Hello, Mr. Stark. What are you doing over here?
Oh, hey, Peter. I'm making a program that would show us what we would look like as Pokemon.
Wow, that's so cool. I want to be Charizard, or Mewtwo, or Rayquaza.
Oh, well, let's find out.
All right, go!
Captain America, the first Avenger Pokemon. It is most recognizable for the giant alphabet A on its forehead. Its nearly indestructible red shell also has a distinct pattern that is similar to that of an American flag, making this Pokemon a well-established symbol of the USA. Thor, the god of thunder Pokemon. Its roaring is akin to the sound of crashing thunder, sending shockwaves shuddering through the air and shaking the ground. Thor uses the 6th disc on its body to generate powerful blue lightning. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier Pokemon. This Pokemon lives alone without forming packs. However, it is a fiercely loyal partner to trainers that accept it during its unruly stage. In battle, its swift movements and powerful metal left arm leave many foes bewildered. Falcon, the pararescue Pokemon. Its broad wings which allows it to fly at high speeds of up to 310 miles per hour. The tip of Falcon's wings is akin to sharp blades which adds to its offensive maneuver. It overpowers its prey by smacking them to the ground with a colossal kick before grasping them with its talons. Nick Fury, the Shield Director Pokemon. Despite being partially blinded, it never fails at catching prey in darkness. Its superior vision allows it to see in pitch darkness, and its soft wings make no sound in flight, allowing it to sneak up on its prey with ease. Do not stare at its eye patch or it will peck you. Hulk, the indestructible Pokemon. This rowdy Pokemon boasts limitless strength and endurance. It possesses an unpredictable and rage-fueled fighting style which is an attribute of its violent temperament. It charges ahead and pummels its opponents like a berserker, uncaring about any hits it might take. Black Widow, the Russian spy Pokemon. This Pokemon can conceal itself in the shadow, allowing it to strike unsuspecting enemies without mercy. Its fighting type moves are incredibly swift and precise. Hawkeye, the Arrow Guy Pokemon. Much like Black Widow, Hawkeye can move about while completely making its presence from others unknown. It fires arrow quills from its wings with such precision that it can pierce opponents at distances over 100 yards. Black Panther, the Wakandan Pokemon. This Pokemon has a sleek black fur coat with silver markings on its head, neck, and hind legs that is said to be imbued with mystic powers. Behind its calm and dignified demeanor is a vicious side. It will tear apart its prey with its sharp claws in an instant. Ant-Man, the size-changing Pokemon. This insectoid has the curious ability to manipulate its size. It would often shrink to the size of an atom to flee or avoid detection from predators. In some cases, Ant-Man grows as big as 10 feet tall to protect its egg and pupa. Wasp, another size-changing Pokemon. Wasp is extremely territorial and will attack in a swarm. The 3 stingers on its forelegs and tail can render the opponent unconscious and penetrate some forms of armor. Its best attack involves flying at high speed, doing a triple stringer strike, then flying off. Doctor Strange, the master of mystic arts Pokemon. It has the power to warp time using its Agamotto Eye. It also possesses strong psychic abilities and high intelligence, which allows it to freely use extrasensory and precognitive powers to defeat foes. Captain Marvel, the cocky Captain Pokemon. This Pokemon is said to have been reborn as a cosmic entity after being exposed to a powerful artifact known as the Space Stone. It stores cosmic energy in its body and discharges photonic light beams that sweeps across the land. Wanda, the fine sorceress Pokemon. It casts a sinister light from its dark red eyes to gain total control over its foe's mind. This Pokemon is also revered as a deity incarnate due to its chaos magic reality warping powers. Vision, the synthetic Pokemon. Vision is said to be a robot brought to life using a magical artifact that now acts as its soul. It is highly intelligent and non-aggressive, but be mindful not to provoke it as it can fire highly destructive energy beams through the gem on its forehead. Spider-Man, the web slinger Pokemon. This Pokemon is capable of spinning thread from both its rear and its mouth. The thread forms strong silk webbing that is used to restrain its prey. Its feet are also tipped with tiny hooked claws that enable it to scuttle on the ceiling and vertical walls. Iron Man, the genius, billionaire, playboy, and philanthropist Pokemon. This Pokemon is said to have built itself the suit of powered armor that encases its body. Its metallic exoskeleton enables it to absorb nearby sources of kinetic energy and fire them as beams through its pincers. War Machine, the Iron Patriot Pokemon. The evolution of Iron Man using the Kernelite Megastone while singing the American anthem. It grows a cannon-like contraption on its right shoulder, which serves as its primary weapon. Pepper Potts, the Action Girl Pokemon. The evolution of Iron Man using a Rescuerite Megastone. Its metallic exoskeleton has many similar capabilities with Iron Man. This female counterpart of Iron Man dislikes fighting and favors defensive maneuvers. Hulkbuster. It evolves from Iron Man using the Steelroid. It has enhanced strength and durability compared to its predecessor. However, its bigger size reduces its mobility greatly.
Mr. Stark, I think we're forgetting about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, and the other guys who aren't in the MCU movies too. Here we go again.
Drax, the warrior Pokemon. This single-minded Pokemon has the tendency to charge into battle head-on. It possesses immense physical strength and an impact-resistant fur coat to compensate for its low intelligence. Groot, the sapling Pokemon. Groot can regenerate at a cellular level, which enables it to stretch and reshape its nubby arms for a variety of tasks. It can also weave them into a dense tangle of vines that acts as a shield. Rocket, the raccoon Pokemon. Rocket possesses impressive vitality that allows it to survive even the harshest living conditions. It also has a strange affinity for shiny, inedible objects. Its nest is often a collection of people's missing items, mostly weapons. Mantis, the empathetic Pokemon. This Pokemon can tell how others are feeling through mere touch. It often incapacitates predators by inducing them into becoming docile or making them fall asleep. Star-Lord, the outlaw Pokemon. It has guns for hands that produce ammunition that alternates between fire-like blast and electricity. It has a strange fixation with the 80s American pop music culture, so much so that it starts dancing uncontrollably upon hearing it. Gamora, the green assassin Pokemon. It has mastered fast and powerful fighting moves. In fights, it dominates with onslaughts of flowing, continuous attacks. Then, it will deal the finishing blow by slashing its opponents with its sharp claws. Nebula, the cybernetic Pokemon. This Pokemon is volatile in nature and susceptible to violent outbursts. Its paws conceal sharply hooked claws used to rip vulnerable spots on prey and then tearing them limb from limb. Mr. Fantastic, the elastic Pokemon. This lizard-like Pokemon is able to stretch any or all of its body parts long distances. It can contract its body into any form imaginable, such as a sphere or even a parachute if the situation arises. Invisible Woman, the Mrs. Elastic Pokemon. This Pokemon can turn itself invisible to the naked eye. It can turn parts of itself or its entire self invisible. It can also generate spherical force fields around itself that acts as a shield that can protect it from attacks from any direction. Human Torch, the flaming Pokemon. In battle, Human Torch blows out intense flames from its mane and attacks foes courageously. The stronger the foe, the more intensely its mane burns. Its final form is a flaming furball of fury and heat. Thing, the rock Pokemon. This Pokemon has incredibly tough rock-like skin. An ordinary sort of attack won't even leave a scratch. It attacks by tackling its foe with its hard body. Its tackle is strong enough to knock down a house. Daredevil, the vigilante Pokemon. Daredevil is a vicious and fearless fighter that happens to be blind. However, it also possesses heightened senses of hearing, smell, and taste that allow it to accurately discern the foe's thoughts and movements. Punisher, the vengeful Pokemon. The skull marking on its face serves as a deadly warning to its foes that dare challenge it. Once it sets its eyes on its prey, they have no chance of escape. It uses its powerful jaws to rip and twist its prey in half. It is territorial and very protective of its family. Ghost Rider, the hot-headed Pokemon. When galloping at top speed, its fiery mane will flare and blaze, leaving behind a trail of red and orange. It can race as fast as a bullet train while ablaze. It also has a mystical chain encircling its body, which it uses to restrain its opponents. Silver Surfer, the melancholic wanderer Pokemon. This mouse-like Pokemon has metallic skin and a tail that acts like a surfboard, which happens to be its primary mode of travel. Meteor sights are often believed to be a glimpse of this enigmatic Pokemon slicing through the cosmos. Galactus, the World Eater Pokemon. Galactus possesses near-limitless godlike powers and is said to be the oldest living entity in the universe. It has no interest in anything other than devouring planets and sentient life force. Its appetite is so voracious that it can drive all life to the brink of extinction.
Alright, I think we've covered everyone.
Oh, is that right? What about me and my mutant friends? What? You don't like the X-Men, huh, Tony Stark?
No, of course not. I mean, yes, I freaking love the X-Men. Peter, hurry up.
Yes, sir.
Professor X, the telepath Pokemon. Professor X possesses the most powerful brain in existence. Its telepathic prowess more than makes up for its frail body. It can mentally immobilize foes without moving an inch from where it's standing. Magneto, the hateful mutant Pokemon. This Pokemon can levitate as well as manipulate metallic objects. Its wings act more like a decorative cape as it uses the anti-gravity energy generated from its body to stay suspended in the air. Mystique, the shape-shifting Pokemon. Mystique can copy an enemy's genetic code to instantly transform itself into a perfectly indistinguishable duplicate of the enemy. However, it can only copy appearances and cannot duplicate the powers of the beings it imitates. Juggernaut, the unstoppable Pokemon. If you see a red speck from a distance becoming increasingly larger, get up and run! This Pokemon is known to be a mobile disaster, leaving mountains crumbled and houses destroyed in its wake. Beast, the blue furball Pokemon. This mammalian Pokemon appears ferociously gorilla-like, but is in actuality very friendly and warm-hearted in nature. It is also among the more intellectual of other similarly monstrous-looking Pokemon. Nightcrawler, the teleporting Pokemon. Nightcrawler evades predators by disappearing and reappearing somewhere else far from its enemy's reach. Its tail acts as a third limb, capable of grabbing objects with ease, and is also strong enough to support its own weight. Quicksilver, the speed Pokemon. Quicksilver can generate electrical energy to stimulate and boost the strength in its leg muscles, which allow it to sprint 100 yards in 5 seconds. When it runs at full speed, the sound of thunder reverberates. Colossus, the twinkly Pokemon. Colossus has a muscular body of boundless energy enveloped in steel-like armor and can send people flying with a single punch. Despite its intimidating appearance, it is a gentle Pokemon that willingly does hard work for others. Storm is worshipped as an elemental spirit by an African tribe because of its ability to summon the rains. It can manipulate the temperature, humidity, and moisture of the environment at a molecular level. Jean Grey, the other telepath Pokemon. This Pokemon also possesses incredible psychokinetic powers in addition to being a telepath. It can levitate objects with its mind and turn them into high-speed projectiles. Cyclops, the laser eyes Pokemon. This Pokemon travel and act as a pack in the wild. Beware of when his eyes gleam red, as that probably means you are the target of its powerful optical blast. Weak to telepathic powers. Wolverine, the lone wolf Pokemon. This genetically enhanced Pokemon has a skeleton infused with virtually indestructible man-made steel alloy. Its claws are its best weapons, as they are not only retractable, but they are also capable of penetrating most natural materials.
Holy crap! That was awesome! But, Mr. Stark, What about the villains? I wonder what they would look like as Pokemon too.
Yes, Mr. Stark. What about the villains, huh?
Coming right up.
Venom, the parasite Pokemon. It is said to be a formless entity originated from space. Venom can attach itself onto other Pokemon and hijack their body. It will periodically change host in search of an even stronger Pokemon to take over. Carnage, the other parasite Pokemon. Its DNA is almost the same as Venom. Carnage appears to be more loyal to its host body and is observed to have the ability to permanently bond to it. If the host body goes into a catatonic state, it will go into a blind rampage and devour everyone it comes across. Loki, the trickster Pokemon with a conniving and sly personality. Loki protects itself from danger by transforming into people and Pokemon so it can slip away undetected. It also has the power to create illusions, which has a range of up to hundreds of people. Ultron, the evil synthetic Pokemon. This Pokemon is a result of a science experiment gone awry. It is a sentient computer program encased in a silvery body made of metal. It calculates and analyzes its opponents with more accuracy than a supercomputer. Thanos, the Mad Titan Pokemon. This dinosaurian Pokemon is overwhelmingly powerful with an insolent nature. Its golden, armor-like hide encases its entire body, which gives it good resistance to all forms of attack.
Cool, that's everyone.
Come on, kid. Let's go get some burgers.
All right, I'm starving right now. Can I ask Miles to join us?
Sure, why not?
I can't believe those two left me out of this. Well, I'll just have to find out for myself.
Deadpool, the obnoxious memer Pokemon. This unlikable Pokemon is horrendously overrated. It tries too hard to be funny, but it comes off as cringy and annoying instead. It's stupid looking and worse than useless. Has the lowest stats of any Pokemon. Literally a trash can.